What's going on? It's your boy, Sheev the Wise, and welcome into Vader's Lair. I have missed you all. It is good to see you all in the chat. If you're watching on the replay, welcome in to the lair. It's time for our Star Wars Ahsoka finale, as bittersweet as that may be. Let's get the hype going, man, because this is about to be a hell of a freaking cap to this season and to this story so far. I can't wait. I know you guys are hyped. Let's get it going and let's start it off. Let's talk about some Ahsoka here, get into the episode, watch it together in about 30 minutes or so. It's time, y'all. I can't wait. I am hyped. Let's do it. Welcome into the channel, y'all. It is good to see you all back into the lair. What is up, talented Mr. Griffin, Anakin Skywalker, Leia Rose, Skywalker's Academy, Darth Weavon, RF Gaming, everybody that stopped in. Don Clotterman, you know I can't forget about you. It's good to see you all in here, though, and welcome back as we get to the finale of the lair. And we are also 13 days away from being eligible to once again monetize. So it is definitely an uplifting moment in the lair here as we are in this final episode of Ahsoka. And yeah, it's good to have you guys back in here, and it's good to see you back in the chat as well, talented Mr. Griffin. I'm happy to be back. It is another episode that we are about to freaking kick off with a banger, man. I know we haven't done a lot of streams from Ahsoka other than a lot of the watch parties, but dude, I've been loving this show. It has freaking hit on every level so far. I think that Dave Filoni has truly created another masterpiece. As if he couldn't, make any more. The dude is just riding some heat when it comes to Star Wars, and I'm glad that he's happy making Star Wars, because as long as he is, I'm happy to have him making more. Dude, I feel like this story so far, this first season, has truly been so much setup. It's been set up, and that's the thing that people need to sit down and realize right now is we are about to go on a journey with Dave Filoni, and that this first season is just that. It's a first season. It's only the beginning of the story. You could even consider Mando and the Book of Boba Fett and some of the other stuff that's tied into this timeline. Obviously, Star Wars Rebels back in the day. Like, those are really the beginnings of this story. But that just shows you something. Like, Clone Wars was a 7-season show that led to a 4-season show in Star Wars Rebels. Has another spin-off called The Bad Batch, but whenever that new season comes out, I'm hyped for that. But Dave Filoni has already created 11 seasons of storytelling for setup for this show. And now you think it's just going to be a 1-season show? No. Whether this season is just leading us directly into the Dave Filoni movie, or a potential Mandalorian season 4, or some other Star Wars stories set in this time frame, like Skeleton Crew, which hopefully is still set to come out at the end of the year, although I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it probably will not. Probably coming out somewhere beginning to mid next year. And with all the strikes that have been happening, although the writer's strike finally has ended, the actor's strike looks like it's starting to move forward, hopefully. I didn't see any updates today, at least. That was a busy day for me. So, I mean, the strikes are finally going in the right direction, but there's been a long time already where there's been no content being made, or, halts on Star Wars content and other content that's being put into production, because honestly, the people that make it happen deserve to get paid more than what they are and everything. Like, whether it's the writers, the actors, everybody kind of involved, they deserve more for making these incredible stories that we all come to love and watch. So that's part of the reason we've been also supporting the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes as they were ongoing. And while the WGA strike is over, like I said, we still will be putting all proceeds until monetization and until the SAG-AFTRA strike is over from the channel towards the SAG-AFTRA strike as well. We already put, I think, $25 or $30 from the channel towards the SAG-AFTRA strike as well. So shout out to you guys for supporting the cause and for supporting the lair as well. Y'all are wilding in the chat. Alan Copeland, welcome in. My dude Jedi Mike says, what y'all talking about KK for? What's up, Ashhammer? Dude, either way though, Ashhammer, good to see you in the chat, my brother. By the way, Andre, you too. Either way though, this story of Ahsoka is definitely a long time in the coming, and it's only propelling us to more stories, I think, in the future. The fact that Peridia, a new galaxy potentially that we know nothing about other than a little world known as Peridia that was apparently homeworld to the Night Sisters. We've literally scratched the surface on what's going on because this story has introduced even more. You know what I mean? It's like we had so many questions going in from the trailers, and whether or not Sabine was force sensitive, what's going on with her and Ahsoka's training, and the amount of stuff that's come out of just the initial speculation from this show is like, wow. The world building, the amount of storytelling, it's masterful, man. It's Dave Filoni's, next opod, I can't even, opod. I don't even know how to say that word. It's just, it's that good. Dave Filoni is that guy, man. And tonight's episode, I can't wait to see what Dave is cooking. I can't wait to see the heat that he will bring in this finale and where this story is going, because I feel like it's really going to cap off the lid. To me, it feels like, and here we go with our final predictions. Everybody get some in. We got about 27 minutes until the episode. It kind of feels to me like Thrawn is about to win. You know what I mean? Like, Empire strikes back, the Empire wins. The bad guys win, which is something that I think Star Wars didn't revolutionize in any way, but really made a moment of, you know what I mean? Empire being one of the best Star Wars movies ever. One of the best movies ever. Yeah, I think Thrawn is going to get away, though. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat him and keep him on Peridia. And in fact, I think there's something else going on Peridia entirely that has to do with what's going on with Baylan Skoll. And I don't know. There's a lot of fan theories out there that I really like, honestly. There's a couple. My favorite two are one basically like of who is called. They're both having to do with who's calling to Baylan Skoll, because he's like, something is calling me here on this planet, right? Like there's definitely some weird Force vibes and stuff going on here on Peridia. Plus, it was homeworld to the Night Sisters and everything. Like, there's definitely some weird stuff going on. So, Baylan hearing this power that he's being drawn towards and has been, like, seeking the entire show. Oftentimes, when characters are searching for power in Star Wars, it doesn't usually end well for them. And I think if Baylan does find some type of power here on Peridia, he said it himself that it seemed like the Night Sisters were trying to get the hell out of there. And he's trying to go towards what they're probably trying to run away from. I don't know about that, Baylan. That doesn't seem like a great idea. So many wild ass takes. Yeah, there really has, though. So in terms of what could be calling to Baylan Skoll, though, the two that I really like are the Zepho theory, which has to do with, I believe, a character named Tiamut or Tiamut, or I'm probably definitely butchering that. Star Wars names, you know what I'm saying? But for real though, there's a character basically from the Jedi Fallen Order game, or from the Jedi Survivor series, or whatever you want to call it, the Jedi games, where basically there's this dark side Zepho who was one of the like first dark side users, or dark side force wielders in the galaxy potentially. And it's possible this guy could be locked up on Peridia somewhere, because, I mean, think about it this way. There's been a lot of signs to the Zepho in this show and in Star Wars as it is as of late. There was kind of hints towards it, or similarities with something in the Bad Batch where there was this like Zepho looking creature or like statue thing. There was some words on Thrawn's temple actually that are like the little, I guess that's a temple that he's in. There's some words on there that basically said the name of Tiamut, this dark side Zepho force wielder, and potentially he's locked away somewhere there by the Night Sisters, or you know, I don't know, maybe even his like sarcophagus or something, his dark side spirit. I don't know, that one's crazy to me. I don't really know if that's going to be something that they put in a mainstream show like Ahsoka, but I do think some crazy stuff could happen. In fact, if you really want to go all out and go crazy with the theories, I've been on this one about the mother, and I know this mother right here, you know what I mean? But for real, there's a character in Star Wars Legends that ties into the gods of Mortis. And for those that know who the gods of Mortis are, they're basically the embodiments of the dark side of the Force, the light side of the Force, and the balance in between. The father being the balance, the daughter being the light, and the son being the dark. But what's missing from that equation to make it a full family? The mother. And so in Legends, the mother is a character, and as far as we know, she doesn't exist in canon, I don't think. Maybe there's been some references, but not that I'm aware of. However, I think it would make perfect sense that the mother could have had a different kind of connection to the Force through the dark side that could even be what the magic with a K is drawn from, or what the Night Sisters and the Dathomiri draw their magic and dark magic from, and maybe even Palpatine to a degree as well. It would make a lot of sense having Ahsoka be the daughter, or like an embodiment of the daughter after what happened to her in the Clone Wars. And the fact that, you know, she is that, it could be a sign that, and the fact that she keeps being seemingly brought back from the dead could be a sign that she's being brought back for a purpose, and to stop the mother from potentially escaping and causing chaos, not only throughout both of these galaxies, but maybe even throughout the whole universe. You know what I mean? There was no father, says Scotty Hawk. Yeah, maybe there was no mother either, right? Just came out of the father. I'm just saying. I don't know. Ashhammer in the chat says, also, I hope Ezra gets Kanan's saber from Thrawn. Yo, that would be dope. I definitely was on the Kanan's saber train a long time ago, thinking that maybe Shin Hati's saber was his. It looked similar. But probably not. It's more likely that Kanan's saber like blew up in the blast. If anyone should get Kanan's saber, it's probably his son. But I don't know. Jason Syndulla is such a cool addition to the show as well. I think that Dave Filoni has kind of brought him in beautifully, and I can't wait to see where his story goes too in the future. Speaking of the Ghost Crew and Rebels, for all of us big Rebels fans, this show has been an absolute delight, and everybody every week has been like, where the heck is Zeb and everything? Well, the fact that we got Carson Teva, and some people have even been saying that maybe Zeb should have been in place of Carson Teva, which, hey, not a bad point. But I'm sure it's hella expensive to put Zeb in there, first of all. And second, I think if he does belong in an episode, it could be the finale. I don't know if structurally it makes sense with them being in a different galaxy at this point. But it would be really cool if Zeb ended up making a cameo with maybe even Callus in this final episode. Ashhammer says theories are that the mother possesses Balin, and so that way he can live on with the new apprentice. Yo, what? That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I honestly don't have too many expectations or theories on how this story is going to go, or how it could potentially end in this episode, because I truly believe there's going to be so much more story to tell. I feel like we're just getting the setups to Thrawn's return as the heir to the Empire. So yeah. And Sabersmith in the chat says, I see a bright future for that Syndulla kid. Me too. Me freaking too, man. Jason is gonna be quite the Jedi someday. Or Sith. I mean, you never know. Things go wrong. Ashhammer says, I think it was confirmed Palpatine is technically Anakin's father because he created the Force, but no. So I was on that train, and I definitely think there's still a lot of hints that Palpatine could be the Force daddy of Anakin. but it's probably not true. It's unfortunately probably not true. It was in a comic at one point that like there was a comic like panel where it shows like a vision of Palpatine like putting a little baby or mixing some dark side magic up in Shmi's womb when she was pregnant, but the author himself said that he was not insinuating that Palpatine was the father of Anakin, or that he necessarily manipulated the midichlorians to create Anakin. However, it's not that far of a reach. I think it could be true. If it wasn't Palpatine, it could be Plagueis. Plagueis is Anakin's daddy. Scotty Hawk says, so my big theory I dropped last night with Obsession is that they will explore Khajiit. Okay, Khajiit is the guy's name. My mistake. I was calling him like Tiamut. That's probably an actual like... Never mind. I know what that is. Anyway. Yeah. I think that we could see Khajiit as well, potentially, with that being the temple and everything. And he says, explore Khajiit's temple and we will see the Zepho puzzles just like in the games. That would be sick. That would be really cool. Maybe set up season 2. Maybe even set up the third Jedi game. A Cal Kestis goes to the new galaxy. That would be really cool. Fly with the Purgle. I don't know, man. That would be cool. Omega Zero says, I feel like Ezra is Palpatine's nephew. That makes him related to Anakin too. I mean, we already think that Ezra could be Din Bridger's... See, Din Bridger. I spoiled it. We already have a theory that Din... that the Mandalorian... Din is actually a Bridger. We think that he could be... Din Djarin could be Din Djarin Bridger or something. Or, you know, Djarin Bridger. And, or Din Bridger, because even the name is adopted, you know what I mean? Like, Grogu adopted Djarin from Din, so it's, or, I guess he adopted Din, huh? Din Grogu? That's right. So he adopted Din from him, so I guess his name would be Djarin Bridger. Works. That sounds like a Lothal name to me. No, but for real, we do have a long shot theory that Din is related to Ezra. Their parents do look similar. Rey Bridger? I mean, she already took the Skywalker name up. The Bridgers have been quite the rebellious leaders as well. I mean, it fits. I think Din is a title. It might be. But it sounded more like it was because he adopted him into the family, though. So, I don't know. That one's interesting. I'm to Omega exactly. Say what? I'm confused now. Alright, we got 15 minutes. If anybody's got any last predictions, make sure to throw them into the chat. Don't matter how wild they are, you know what I mean? We can get pretty irresponsible with our speculation if you guys want. I'm gonna make sure I have it ready to go when the episode's up. I'm hyped, y'all. I'm ready to go. It's time. Yo, let's see the hype in the chat. How excited are we on a scale of 1 to 10 for the finale of Star Wars Ahsoka? Sabersmith says we will see in 15 minutes. Let's go. Tommy, welcome in the chat, my dude. What's good with you, my friend? Let's go, says Darth Lance. Welcome into the chat. If you're just coming in, a 10 out of 12, says Scotty Hawk. I don't know how your scale gets to 12 in the first place, but I'll accept the 10. That is very hype. A 10 from Lance. Omega Zero says, if Filoni makes Ezra Shin in canon, I will forgive. I'm so dead. 11 from Don Clotterman. That is really, really hyped right there. Ashhammer says, I'm actually pretty hyped for this episode. For real, me too, my friend. The hype is getting more and more as the moments pass on. I am ready. I am ready to see where this story is going. If Thrawn's going to make it back to the main galaxy, I'm so excited to see our friends back together with Ahsoka, Sabine, and Ezra Bridger all meeting up and teaming up this last episode. I think things are starting to look up for our friends, but the odds are not in their favor. And as Thrawn said last episode, time is against them. All Thrawn is trying to do is get back to the main galaxy, so that is my big question for tonight, is whether or not he will. And right now, I think he might. The Mandalorian is in the chat. Welcome in Din Djarin himself, as we like to call him, Din Bridger. 1,000 out of 10, or is that... It's over 9,000. He's 10,000 out of 10. That is extremely high, my friend. Skywalker's Academy says, I have it all figured out. Rey is Ezra's mom. Timeline-wise, that doesn't even make sense, so I love it. Omi-Wana, homie, welcome into the chat, my dude. He says, I have a theory that we're gonna be... I think your theory might be true, my friend. I think that might be true. Wow, am I tired. Skywalker's Academy, me too, but this episode is giving me a second wind as we get into it here in the next 13 minutes. Omega Zero says, at Vader's lair, Sabine will turn to the dark side when Shin and Ezra fall in love. I know you've been saying that for the past couple of weeks. I don't know about that one, Chief, but I mean, Shin could get brought back into the crew. Ahsoka was giving her the hand, like, hey fam, your master abandoned you, like, you can join me, and together we shall bring peace to both of our galaxies. Oh wait, you're from our galaxy too. Ashhammer says the only thing that could ruin this episode is if Shin and Sabine don't. Stop this. Y'all in the chat are wildin'. Don Basham says, hello there, Vader's lair. Stoked for the finale. This gal, let's go. Me too. I'm bumbling my words here. I'm way too hyped. Love more, fear less. Welcome into the chat. More witches. Oh, they are coming. I've been wondering, where are the witches of Dathomiri, of Peridia, potentially the Night Sisters that we've heard so much about there. Obviously, Balin talked about how this was once the great place that they lived, and maybe they migrated to our galaxy after something happened on Peridia. But it begs the question that the Great Mothers are still on Peridia, and we haven't seen any other Night Sisters so far. I'm wondering what's up with that. Maybe it's a budget thing, though. Sabine, fight for love. Do it. Yeah, indeed. I mean, I still want Sabine and Ezra to be together, but I don't know about the whole Shin thing. You're wild, my man. Skywalker's Academy says, I'm the only one that thinks Ahsoka dies again. She could. Yeah, leave us with a cliffhanger of her dying again. I do think, honestly, I've been saying for a long time, as tragic as this would be, like, I think eventually Ahsoka's story will come to an end. And the fact that she now has an apprentice, she's kind of setting up the characters that we know and love so much from Rebels for the next part of their story in a way. I wouldn't be surprised if Ahsoka has to make a sacrifice. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be in tonight's episode, or if that's going to be something that happens in the Mandalorian, or, you know, the Mandoverse or Ahsoka movie down the line that Dave is working on. But if it does happen tonight, I think it could make sense for her to potentially get stranded on Peridia. I think, I honestly think tonight that Thrawn is going to make it back to the main galaxy, and our characters are going to be left there. And it's possible whatever Balin ends up finding or unleashing on Peridia could end up being the reason that they end up staying and, you know, run out of time. Thrawn gets away. Now there's this new threat to the entire universe, if not galaxy, that Ahsoka, Sabine, and Ezra have to stop. And maybe Ahsoka sends back Ezra and Sabine, whether it's through the Purgle or with Huyang somehow, so that they can either get help or, you know, get out of there before, you know, shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Ahsoka has to stay behind to potentially protect the galaxy or to save people. We've already seen her kind of willing to make the sacrifice play and willing to destroy the map so that Thrawn wouldn't return in the first place. And so that, you know, that would have prevented them from finding Ezra. And while Sabine wasn't willing to make that choice, it was a choice that Ahsoka was willing to make. So maybe she is willing to make kind of the Jedi sacrifice play that even Ezra made back in Star Wars Rebels. I definitely am staying awake. No worries, Darth Lance. And good to see you in the chat, my dude. Michael, welcome in, says, I'm gonna wait for Ahsoka season 2, please. For real, it's gonna be. I hope it comes sooner than we think. Omega Zero says, at Vader's Lair, I still ship Ezra Bean too, but Shin is the best candidate to be Filoni's Mara Jade. Oh my god, she is. That's fantastic. I never thought about that. She's totally like a mix of the apprentice of a Jorah Sabayoth and also Mara Jade. You know what I mean? Like, that is definitely what she is. Ashhammer says the only thing that makes me not want to have Shin on our side is because there'd be too many saber fights, really. Maybe. I don't know. People say that, oh, too much of this or too little of that in Star Wars. I feel like if the story fits, you know what I mean? If the shoe fits. But I feel like they would have to make it fit, and so far it hasn't fit, which is probably why she ran away last episode. USS Rice, not me, to be honest. I've been extremely happy with Ahsoka. If anything, life has just been crazy lately for me. So, and not that it's been dampening the love I've had for Ahsoka, but dude, Ahsoka's blown me away every episode. As a fan of Clone Wars and Rebels, I couldn't ask for something cooler in live action. It leaves me with a feeling of wanting more, and in that I'm disappointed we only have one season at this point, and that's the only thing I'm disappointed about. Like, I want more, and I know I should, you know what I mean? Like, this is good stuff to me. Ashhammer says, have a feeling there's going to be a big fight. They kill a bunch of stormtroopers, and then the sisters bring them all back to life, and they get to fight them again. Come on, trope in fantasy games. Yeah, it is a common trope in fantasy games. And that would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool to see them having to continue to fight the undead as we have 6 minutes to go. Let's go. Yo, I'm hyped. I'm so ready. Much love more, fear less. 6 minutes to go. Let's get it going. General Grievous, hello there to you. RF Gaming says, too many saber fights? Hogwash. Ashhammer says, you misread me, Sheep. I said no more saber fights. I never said too many saber fights. Oh, well, no. That's the thing. If she's on our side, then everybody has a lightsaber, you know, except for Ezra. And even then, I think it's cool that he's kind of like a Chirrut Imwe, but with the Force. Hello there, Adam. Welcome into the chat. I would pay unbelievable amounts of money for a Vader Anakin show. I mean, there's a whole trilogy so far. Obi-Wan definitely had its moments to me. But I hear you, dude. A Vader / Anakin show where we're kind of following Vader and seeing him live through the kind of trauma that he has while also just absolutely decimating people. It's an amazing idea. It's in the comics and different things. It's like, dude, I know we're Disney now, but we should do something like that. You know what I mean? Like, people love it. We love seeing more of it. And we get clips every now and then, whether it's Rogue One or different things, where we see the epicness of Vader. And it's like, dude, give us more. She's correct. I'll ban you. I'm sorry, Ash. Don't ban me, my dude. Family Guy, welcome in. Vader and Dr. Aphra. Yeah, no, there's a lot of cool Vader and Dr. Aphra comics with Darth Vader's story in there. Not to mention, there's a whole VR game, Vader's Immortal. That's a fun one, I've heard as well. And I can say that the comics are epic. Ashhammer says, but there will be no bad guys to duel anymore. Well, for now. I mean, Star Killer. I wish. Alright, y'all, we got still 4 minutes. I'm ready. I'm so ready for this. Please drop. Adam says, I hope we will get some parallels with the Heir to the Empire trilogy. I mean, we have had a lot of parallels to the Heir to the Empire trilogy, which, to me, let's kind of recap them, and maybe we'll even have some more at the end here. We have a Jorah Sabayoth character, or similar character, with Balin, in my opinion. While Jorah Sabayoth was a clone, he still was seeking out power and was searching for Force sensitives with Luke Skywalker in that story, and with Leia technically too. Thank you, Matthew Cruz, for the $5 donation. I appreciate it, my dude. If you want to leave a comment with it, go ahead and put it into the chat, my guy. And wow, thank you for the donation, dude. That is definitely gonna go to SAG-AFTRA and support of the actors, and well, the writer's strike is now over, but in support of the actors strike. And I appreciate the support here from the lair as well. Adam says, I hope we get some parallels from, oh yeah, I read that one. So with the Heir to the Empire stuff, like I said, Balin in a lot of ways is similar to the Jorah Sabaoth of that story, sort of working along Thrawn, but Thrawn also doesn't kind of trust him. It's very similar in that aspect, and dang it, my light is not working today. But there's been a lot of other ones as well. While Thrawn is kind of stranded in this story, there are characters searching for Force sensitives as well, with Sabine looking for Ezra Bridger. Ahsoka is kind of the Luke Skywalker of this story, who's like the main protagonist. Obviously, there's a lot of cool stuff that does remind me a lot of the Heir to the Empire trilogy, and in a way this is kind of Dave Filoni's telling of it, or you know, remaking of that story to fit his canon narrative and story, and kind of continue into George's universe in a seamless way, and it works so well. 2 minutes, y'all. Scotty Hawk says Mando season 1 was Grogu. You think Filoni letting Favreau show him up? Never that. We've been waiting all day and night for Tano. Set the tune of Saturday Night Football theme. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. The Sunday night, sorry. Dun dun dun. I don't even know. That might be the wrong one. There's so many football themes. I'm hyped though. I know y'all are ready. Let's get this thing going, man. I cannot wait. We got about a minute to go. I can't wait, man. And happy Tano Tuesday to everybody for the final time here tonight for this season. And a happy Taco Tuesday to everybody too. I think I might get some tacos later. Sounds pretty good. Just in time. Yes, you are, KG. Less than a minute to go as the last episode of Ahsoka is upon us. If you have any final thoughts or theories, throw them into the chat. I've been having a blast with this. If you guys want to see the other 7 parts and watch parties that we've done for the show so far, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. I appreciate everybody for being here, though. Let's go with the final episode, as it's just about to be 6 o'clock. Mateo, happy Tano Tuesday to you, my friend. Excuse me. Wow. Happy Tano Tuesday to you, though. And welcome into the chat, Mateo. Good to see you here. Any moment now, the episode will drop. 6 p.m. The episode is up. Part 8. The heroes race to prevent Grand Admiral Thrawn's escape. 48 minutes, almost an hour long. Let's get this thing going. I'm going to turn down the music. We're going to get this thing started up. You are just in time, T-Man Does Games. Don't worry about it. You ain't late at all, my friend. Let's get this thing kicking off, though, with the final episode of Star Wars Ahsoka Season 1. Season 1, Part 8. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do it. Oh, yes. I'm so ready. I hope my audio is working today, because I think it is not at the moment. I don't know why. I need to fix that real quick. Oh, maybe that would help. Okay. And boom. Okay. Let's go, y'all. I'm hype. Are we to believe any of it? I don't know. You may fire when ready. Let's go. The Purgle have been so cool to see in live action this season. Let's go. I want Ezra to get home so bad. Yeah, you know, getting home is kind of important, right, Skywalker's Academy? It is kind of important. I hope Hu Yang survives too. Protect my boy. Man, Thrawn looks freaking good. Let's go! Oh, I'm so hyped. Ooh, sinister drumming? Oh my god, Kinders, what have you done? Oh, that's good. It's out! Let's go! Oh yeah, baby. Let's dive into this final episode. Whew, the Chimera is so cool. Let's go, y'all. Oh, he's getting home. He's definitely getting back. Very good. Whoo, the Chimera's going in that thing. That's going to be a beautiful sight. Let's go, Timothy, my dude. The GOAT. Engage when ready. Enoch looks dope. Indeed. Whoo! Thrawn said they ain't getting me this time. Damn. They maybe did, Tim. I'm like looking at them too. The subtitles look great. Let's go, Steve. What up, Brian Stone? Ooh, what's happening? I missed that. She looks nervous. Of shadows. Yo, is she gonna become like a mother? Or like, you know, one of the mother talking people. With the 3 voices. This is kinda cool. What the heck? Damn. Sheesh. This is sick. I think, yeah, enlightenment's probably the gift of shadows. I think they're giving her that, like, mother. Oh, man. What the flip? Woo, it is kind of like the Darth Maul thing, right? Or like a Saj, or not a Saj exactly. Sheesh. She's like them, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. She's gonna have the 3 voices come out of her now. That's so sick. Yeah, welcome to spooky season, y'all. Witches in Star Wars. Yo, what the heck are they crafting up here? Sheesh. Wow. A sword? The blade of Talzin. Of Talzin. Mother Talzin. Sheesh. That's kind of sick. Whoa. Oh, that noise is so beautiful. Wee! Where are the TIE defenders, Thrawn? I guess he didn't have any factories out here, but that was sick scene. Whew! Triumphant music playing. Let's go! I've got a upbeat feeling with this music. She just leveled up for real. She got that witch level up. You know what I'm saying, Tim? She definitely did. Glow up? Kind of a glow down, but it was a glow up in terms of powers. I'm dead. This is great. That's sick. The ship is just hovering. You don't see Star Wars ships flying like that too often. What was the title? It was like the Jedi, the Witch, and the Warlord. That's amazing. That is a great title. They look like hamsters for real. He's making a lightsaber. Yes. He makes some creative lightsabers. That's so cool. I love Ezra so much. Kanan. Yeah. That's cool. I love that they're adding the Kanan info. Ezra's like, what? That's cool. I love this. Oh my god. Kanan's emitter. They got me, man. That's awesome. Oh, look at the saber too. It looks like a blend of his and Kanan's. That's amazing. Oh, and it's blue. No. Oh. Oh. Yeah, tell us. She thought she would fall to... Oh, yeah. Yep. I knew it. And her family died. To turn to the dark side. Yeah. I knew it. I freaking knew it. I guessed that before the show damn started. Ah! This sucks. That was like what I didn't want to happen, but I was like, knew it would. I'm glad Ahsoka's coming at this from a new angle. She doesn't hold it against you. Come on. Give her a hug or something. No. Yeah, that's true. Indeed. That was Anakin for you. God, this is great. She's tried to, but not really. Foreshadowing, maybe. Yeah, there is no try. Yeah. Facts. Your body. Why does this feel like a send-off or like a goodbye between the two of them? I feel like Ahsoka's gonna get stranded there. Ahsoka's gonna for sure get stranded there. Davis setting it up, man. I don't like this. Let's be honest. It's all about having a lightsaber. It isn't. It isn't. The ideals of the Jedi. That's. Oh, damn. He's like, my home, though. No, get... Okay, I guess that's the best. They're probably slower than their machines are. Damn. Uh-oh. Sheesh. Even these stormtroopers or clone troopers, whatever they are, stormtroopers have the crack thing, the crack helmets. Whew. Damn. Uh-oh. Yeesh. How big of a drop was that? Wasn't that bad. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought that was maybe like Balin or something standing outside. Oh, no. How are they going to get back now? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They're definitely going to get stranded. Sheesh. Only if we'd let it. Yeah, I was like making the same face as Sabine right there. Like, what? Yeah, Thrawn's just trying to delay them. That was probably like the best case scenario for him. He's like, he could. The Howlers. That's right. Oh, my back. Uh-oh. Come on, Enoch. Time to go. Ground assault. Yo, let's go. The Howlers are sick. Dave's like, let's just get everybody on a wolf in the finale. Hey, that's making the lightsaber noise. That's sick. May the force be with you, Hu Yang. My guy. Wow. My new empire. Alright, Thrawn, I see you. Your inner Anakin showing. Oh my god. That's so cool. Yup. Uh-oh. Do not wait for me. Give me Balin. This is really freaking cool, Timothy. I'm freaking loving this, man. What's the name of this episode? I believe it was The Jedi, the Warlord, or The Witch and the Warlord. Yo, her helmet looks sick. Of course. Shin rides up as they're about to attack. I'm like wondering where are Balin and Shin right now, man. No, there won't. Sending troops to their death. Turbo lasers activating? Oh my god. What the flip? Thrawn is a savage. That's so sick. Oh my god. That sword is dope as hell too. You got this, Sabine? Thrawn is psycho. What the heck? It's Star Wars science. Don't overthink it, KG. Woo! Barely made it. Thrawn's pissed. Looks like he's about to get Sharingan. He's like, alright. You know what I'm saying? It is time. Inform the great mothers, it is time. Damn, look at Ahsoka the White go. Yo, the sabers are sick. Yo. That's so freaking cool. Yeah, they still can't shoot unless it's Beskar. Yeah, you're more helpful when you're shooting right now, Sabine. No offense. Damn, look at Ezra go too. Yo, let's go. Yo. That was dope. Hell yeah. A hallway scene of 3 of the coolest characters, man. That's so sick. Holy shit. That was fire. Thrawn's just looking stoic as hell this whole episode. Oh, they are bringing him back to life. Oh my god, you guys are right. They're coming back. Dead troopers. Now we gotta destroy him again. That's so fire. Yo. Zombie troopers. Sabine. Oh my god. They move more like zombies now. I wonder if they were dead to begin with or they're just dead now. Run! Yeah, the undead troopers. Yo, they're getting hit by the bolts and not even moving. Sheesh. They really going at it. Whoa. Yo, do you think this could be something we see in Skeleton Crew too? With the dead troopers? Ah! Careful! Nice job, Sabine. I love the sound of Sabine's saber, if you will. Ezra, I miss you. Always with the remarks to each other. Uh-oh. You guys might be too late. Uh-oh. To say the least. That was so sick. Uh-oh. What's Morgan gonna do? Stay behind? Yo. They're just gonna leave her like that. Morgan, you dummy. Death Troopers are sick. For Dathomir. Ooh. She's like, F the Empire, fam. Does Thrawn know that the Emperor is gone? Like, I mean, technically he's not. This is so dope, man. Ooh, Morgan with the flame blade. Yo. I love the music here, too. Ezra saber. This has been so fire, dude. What's your excuse for real? Sheesh. Wow. The Blade of Talzin is dope. Whew. Rosario with them moves. Or whoever's doing the stunt work. Freaking fantastic. Whew. Yeah, whatever's going on with Balin has to be huge. Oh my god. Ow. Yo, there's the scene. That's hard as hell. Thrawn's like, get me the hell off of this freaking planet. Excellent. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ahsoka's definitely gonna get left behind. Oh my god, 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 that's so crazy looking! Ah! Zombie! Oh my god, that's terrifying and so cool. Damn! Use the Force, Ezra. Push him off the cliff. Oh my god, she's gonna use the Force! Do it, Sabine! Into his freaking head! Come on! That's exactly how it works. In distress, it works. You got this, Sabine! Imagine Ezra. She got it! Let's go! Sabine! Hype, man. Let's go! Off with your head. Wee! Wee! That's a lot of troopers. Uh-oh. The main galaxy's gonna have a reckoning waiting for them. Uh-oh. Sheesh. Whew! That's crazy. Pull him down, Ezra. Just for shits and giggles. You guys can do this. Come on, you gotta get aboard. We gotta get somebody back in the main galaxy, man. Wow. You guys can do this. Let's go. Push him. Let's go, Sabine! Let's go! He made it, yeah? Yes! I can't wait for this. This is gonna be epic. Yes! Woohoo! She went to go help Ahsoka. Wow. They gotta stick together. Ezra, get home, my guy. You and Thrawn came here together. It should be... No way! She did not just break one of Ahsoka's sabers. No! The fact that stormtroopers are just watching? I guess they don't really care at this point, but... Sheesh! Thank you, Captain Rex, for subscribing to the channel, my dude. I gotta fix the light. Shut yourself up. You don't know what you're talking about, Morgan. Yes! Sabine, I freaking love you for staying. No! That's so sad for Ezra, though. Get back, my guy. Get back to your peoples. Damn. Wow. Ahsoka ain't messing around now. Whew. Woo! With both swords. Oh, the great mothers are gonna sense that. And a Jedi has boarded the ship. Has she now? Ezra's gonna take down all of Thrawn's ship. Yes, he grabbed the comms. Yes! I freaking love you, Iman. You're the perfect freaking Ezra, man. That's so damn good. Hu Yang, you better be coming, my guy. Grab the helmet. Yeah, come on now. Come on, y'all. Get out of there. What? I don't think Kajut is going to be very happy you're destroying his temple, guys. Thrawn, what are you doing? Wildin'. What the flip? Haha, yes! That's so dope! Come on, Hu Yang! Thrawn is always bombarding freaking people. Uh-oh, whoever's temple that is gonna be pissed, I'm telling you. This is definitely live action Rebels, Tim. For sure it is. What is up with Balin and Shin? That's so cool. Yeah, just hop on the ISI on. You guys will be good. Uh-oh. He's trying to stall you. Just speed up. Do you now? Well, I know he knows Anakin. I'm just saying, does he know her? Sheesh. She's gonna barely not make it. I'm telling y'all. Flip. He is smiling too big. No, I knew it. I knew it. Can they like follow the tunnel? Like, no? Don't work like that? Uh-oh. We lost you guys. Fuck. Yeah, at least Ezra's going home. Damn. Yeah, Ezra and Thrawn always doing their own thing. For real. Oh. This is exactly like Dave Filoni's painting of the two of them on wolves, so it makes sense. Or his picture of the two of them. This is the most trusting the Force thing they could have done, though. Sticking together and throwing Ezra back on there to go back to the galaxy with Thrawn. Is that Morai? Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Morai! Woo! It was an owl or something, at least. I'm telling you, whatever's going on with Balin and Shin right now is definitely huge. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Season 1 is setting up the most. Whew. She's joining them after being abandoned by her master and Balin. What are you doing, Balin? What are you up to? He looks sick. Oh, I knew it! Oh my God! That's the Mortis gods. Dude! What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh my God. Where are they? Is this Dathomir? Whew. Wow. He's got an entire army of the undead. The main galaxy is screwed! Woo! The New Republic is fucked. Oh, this is so dope. Ezra? Oh my God, he's... Ha! That's gotta be Ezra. Chopper knows for sure. He's wearing the Stormtrooper armor too. Bro. Chopper for sure knows. He's like, Ezra? Yes! Yeah! There's your freaking proof, New Republic. You wanted to know that Thrawn's out there? There you go. Yeah. Yes. Let's get the Ezra show. Yes. Where's Jason? I need that. I need that in my life. I'm gonna die. I'm so happy Ezra's home. You did. Ezra's home. He did. And we are where we need to be. Yeah. That's what the Force has willed. This is so damn good. This is insane. Something was calling to me. No, come on. Oh my god, season 2 is gonna be insane! This shit's so good. She feels it. What an ending. Chills, man. What the flip did we watch? This season is insane. Anakin! Oh! Oh! Oh, shit! Hell of an episode. Hell of a freaking season, y'all. Let me know what you guys thought of Ahsoka Season 1 down in the chat because, oh man, this is only the freaking beginning, y'all. I got a feeling there's no freaking way Dave Filoni does an entire freaking season of setup in the most beautiful and incredible way, bringing all of our Star Wars Rebels, Clone Wars, those of us that have watched all of the Filoni magic that he's brought along the way. He freaking did it again, man. This might be the best season of anything he's ever made, and for it to be his first project in live action, as like solely him kind of working on it, obviously other directors and things, but as the sole writer of this show, freaking blew it out of the water, man. I'm so sad about Ray Stevenson. Rest in peace to him, dude. I'm kind of wondering if there's post credits here. I'm letting it roll. Probably not, but dude, the setup with Baylan, Shin potentially joining the Raiders there, having two storylines set up where Thrawn is back in the main galaxy with Ezra returning as well. The New Republic being so damn ignorant. Like, oh, Thrawn being back though. Hera kind of and Ezra having to fight against that. Potentially Ezra training Jason Syndulla. That would be incredible, especially with him getting his Kanan's lightsaber. Like, oh, frick, man. Speechless is right, dude. That was so damn good. Speeches with the outro music have been my favorite part of the show. No, it's just so damn good. It's just so damn good. Okay. But for real, though, I think that we're set up to have two incredible storylines going forward here, because that's just what Dave Filoni does. Ezra Bridger as the master of Jason Syndulla, trying to, basically, the two of them as master and apprentice fighting in the main galaxy, while Ahsoka and Sabine are trying to navigate their way through this new galaxy that they find themselves in. And, yeah, a moment of silence for our friend Ray, man. Like, Ray Stevenson, what a freaking performance. What a freaking performance, man. Every single actor and person that worked on this show, you could tell they kind of put their heart and soul into it and really care about the characters in the universe of Star Wars. And with Ray Stevenson, that definitely reigns true in ways that for many actors that even get a chance to be a part of Star Wars don't even get to say, is he's been multiple characters within the Star Wars universe. And for him to have his final role in live action as him, as a character, as a new character, and a Jedi that's survived all these years, just so stoic and mystic in his own way, I am fascinated to see how his story kind of unfolds at this point, especially knowing what happened to Ray Stevenson. It's truly so tragic, man. This whole season was tragic. It did truly feel kind of like that Empire Strikes Back feeling. I definitely knew that we were gonna freaking lose. Like, Thrawn winning is the most Thrawn thing ever, and also like it totally feels like kind of the end game of Star Wars here in a way, where just almost the beginning of it, though. You know what I mean? The way the end game led to an Infinity War, like this feels like the setup, but also the end game in its own way, where our heroes definitely lost. Like, they definitely did not win, and there's a lot still to be set up. And then the Mortis freaking gods, yo. The Mortis gods. We've been talking about it all season as kind of just a crazy, wild theory. And, you know, obviously Anakin potentially having ties with the Mortis gods, and him being a big part of this season as well. And with Ahsoka being part of tied with the Mortis gods. The fact that she's an embodiment of the daughter. We saw that with the owl Morai, or the bird Morai there at the end too. And having the father and the son, with the father pointing, and the daughter's statue most likely being destroyed already, which is fascinating because Ahsoka is the daughter, and the daughter was also the first one to die between the three of them. Which, who knows how much the father and son are really dead as much as part of the Force, whereas Ahsoka is kind of the embodiment of the daughter now, which might even symbolize why the daughter's statue is like destroyed. She's within Ahsoka now. She's no longer there. But it was fascinating. Whatever the father was pointing at, I'm like, dude, what is that? It kind of looks like Vader's castle or something, Vader's lair, you know. I'm like, dude, what is being set up here? I'm so hyped to see where this story goes, and it's sad. It's so sad that this is the end of season 1 because there's just been so much setup. Like, it's incredible that way, though. It's what I love. Like, Dave Filoni doesn't tell short stories. He's telling this for the long run. This is going to be a multiple season show, if not, like, 3 or 4 seasons in a movie kind of thing. Like, if not 2-3 seasons in a movie. Like, it's so damn good, right, Tim? Like, the Thoyor. Was there a Thoyor? I didn't see any Thoyors, but oh my god, if there is. Whew. Not to, again, a new galaxy, though. Like, that in itself, and everything we've seen on Peridia is fascinating. Rest in peace, Rey, but he has to be in season 2, says Free Stuff. Right? Like, I don't know how they're going to do that with Balin. I don't know if they're going to necessarily recast. They definitely could say he went into the temple and kind of explain it away with something. I don't know, man. It really sucks that he died. Like, obviously, but he's such a damn good actor, such a great person. Rest in peace to Rey, man. 10 out of 10 season, I agree, says Ashhammer. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the chat. A solid 10 out of 10, says Free Stuff, for the episode Vader's Castle, indeed. And I don't know, obviously it wasn't Vader's Castle. I'm just saying, it looked a little Mustafari, like it has, something was going on there. Yeah, there definitely is a lot of stuff left for Balin. Even with Tales of the Jedi Season 2 potentially coming out either this year or next year, whenever it does, he would be a fantastic character for them to do a story of, or maybe 3 short stories of Balin back in his day, in the story, or maybe even whatever happens after this with the Mortis gods, because that would probably be a lot easier to do in animation than live action, just because the Mortis gods are that crazy. But I don't know either. Like, maybe I'm wrong. That's probably something they would want us to see in Ahsoka now that they're setting it up, which is so freaking cool. Like, they're really putting the Mortis gods in live action, y'all. This is insane. This is insane. 150 out of 10 due to the fact that final scene right on. Oh my god, it's fascinating. It's so damn good. Skywalker's Academy says, now I can watch and see what I missed. Rewind, pause. Yeah, I'm going to definitely be starting my entire season rewatch tonight by myself. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go through the whole season again and see what I missed, because wow, start to finish, there was not a moment that I didn't love this series. Maybe it's just the Rebels fan in me. It did so feel like Rebels in live action to you guys. It totally has the entire time. And to see Ahsoka's story continued this way, to bring our Rebels characters back and continue their story, it's just so damn good. It's a dream come true for me and for a lot of us Rebels fans and Star Wars fans in general. It's so damn good. Timothy says, bro, just for the Mortis scene, 10 out of 10. For real, just that scene alone, but everything else was fire as hell too. I loved it, man. I loved seeing the zombie troopers too, and the Great Mothers. It was fascinating what was going on there with Morgan Elsbeth in this episode, where she was kind of getting the dark magic within her, or getting the darkness or the shadow within her. And then seeing her fight with that the Talzin sword, or the Talzin sword, which of course Mother Talzin being another mother of the Night Sisters that we saw back in the Clone Wars too, which is super cool. But dude, like, yeah, Morgan Elsbeth versus Ahsoka was dope. The choreography and seeing Ezra build his own lightsaber, like, I think this might be one of the first times in live action we've actually seen someone construct a lightsaber. Because maybe I'm wrong, but I think it is the first time. And again, the fact that he had the piece for Kanan's lightsaber still hanging around, and that Ezra put that on his saber and is now likely gonna go on to train Jason Syndulla back in the main galaxy. That's amazing. Whew, yes. I'm so happy for Ezra being back in the galaxy. I feel so bad that Sabine and Ahsoka couldn't make the trip with him, but man, what a freaking story Dave told with this season and with the three of them, man. Boba Fett says, well done, Ahsoka, you're the greatest. Indeed. And then, all the Anakin stuff this season too, man, and capping it off with him at the end, like, Sabine's like, oh, I thought nah, and it was nothing, and then Ahsoka's like, hey, master. That was so damn cool. Matthew Cruz, thank you for the $5 donation, my dude. He says, what do you think is going on Dathomir? That did look like where the ship was going, right? Something was already set up for the waiting for them. Totally. I definitely think there could be something going on with the Dathomir. Then again, the Night Sisters live there too. The Night Sisters were massacred at the end of the Clone Wars by General Grievous and Count Dooku, technically. So there's not really too many Night Sisters out there in the galaxy, and the entire time I'm like, there's none on Peridia either. Like, maybe they escaped from Peridia to the main galaxy and kind of became refugees and scattered, and, you know, brought new people in and different species or whatever the case is. But they expanded their Dathomiri empire in a way in the new galaxy, and then got kind of wiped out by General Grievous. So it's possible, though, we've seen a lot of different times in video games and different things, heck, in Rebels at points, like spirits or zombies on Dathomir of the Night Sisters. So, I mean, with all these other undead people that we see Thrawn having, and this giant undead army he has, which, wow, that's going to be tough for them to fight off in the main galaxy. On top of that entire undead army, he could even have an undead army of Night Sisters along with that, if there's still a bunch of them on Dathomir, or whatever the case is. It was the statue of the father and the brother, no sister. Indeed. And again, the sister, though, is Ahsoka. So interesting. And he was pointing maybe to the mother. I don't know. Long shot. But for real, for those of you guys that don't know who those statues are and why us crazy Star Wars fans are freaking out, those are the Mortis gods, and the two that were still standing, the two statues still, or the, you know, two etchings into the mountain that were still standing, were the father who was pointing at that other mountain, and the son. And the father is the embodiment of the balance between the light and the dark side, while the son embodiments the dark, and the daughter is the embodiment of the light. And now the daughter is technically living or residing within Ahsoka Tano, whereas the father and the son spirit is still kind of out there. Dude, it's real. I know, Timothy, it really is. Like, there's some Mortis stuff going on here on Peridia for sure now. And with that being the homeworld of the Night Sisters, the whole reason that this could be all tied in with everything is that there's a character most likely known in legends as Abeloth the Mother, and she's another one of these Mortis gods, and the mother is like pure evil, dude. She is psycho. She is wild, and I think it's possible that whatever was calling to Balin was the mother, and he might end up accidentally unleashing her on the galaxy or on this galaxy, Peridia, the planet of Peridia, and it might be up to Ahsoka and Sabine to stop that, while Ezra's having to stop Thrawn from taking over the entire galaxy after the New Republic is now being put in place. It's such a fascinating setup that Dave Filoni is going with here, and what a way to bring in this Heir to the Empire trilogy into canon, man. It is, whew, it's so good. That visual was just so damn amazing. It was. There was a lot of incredible visuals in this whole show, but wow, seeing the Mortis gods there was mind-blowing. Mind-blowing indeed. Baylan versus Anakin coming, yo, that would be dope. I love a lot of the theories out there with the Mortis gods. Back in the Clone Wars, Anakin was technically supposed to take the father's place. Han Solo, thank you for subscribing to the channel, my dude. So back in the Clone Wars, though, Anakin, as the chosen one, and this is what I believe the prophecy was always trying to foretell, was that he would take the father's place and bring balance to the Force. However, at the time of the Clone Wars, he was very selfish with it, didn't want to do that. He had his own personal desires and hopes and dreams to be with Padme and to create a life outside of that and away from his destiny as the chosen one. But the Force does work in mysterious ways, and with Anakin transcending into the Force, the most likely reason for that is so that he could take the father's place in a way still and balance the Force out, with Ahsoka being the daughter still, which in a way she is kind of like a daughter to him as his apprentice. Like, they have kind of a brother, sister, daughter, father relationship in a way. So it's perfect, man. It's so damn cool. I mean, there was even set up with Starkiller, you know what I mean, in this show. So who knows? Maybe they do something like that in the long run, where Anakin's Force Ghost is like talking to Ahsoka. Now that we've seen his actual Force Ghost too, not just him in the World Between Worlds, or Ahsoka's vision, or whatever that was earlier in the season. Seeing Anakin's actual Force Ghost, I feel like they could end up having conversations in the real world where Anakin's like, "Oh yeah, I had an apprentice on the dark side too. So there's that." Mace Windu, thank you for subscribing. All these Star Wars characters subscribing to the channel. Han Solo and Mace Windu, welcome into the chat, y'all. Welcome into the lair, and welcome to the dark side. Marvel fan says, do you think Ezra will get the Purgle whales to rescue Sabine and Ahsoka? Whew, maybe. I've been really wondering how they could end up coming back, but I think there is something to be said for what Ahsoka had to say there at the end of the season, that Ezra is where he needs to be, and we are where we need to be right now. And I think the fact that the Mortis gods were shown there at the end, Ahsoka and Sabine are right where they need to be with whatever Baylan's got going on, whatever the mother or whatever other Force Mortis stuff might be going on this planet. Ahsoka and Sabine need to be in Peridia, need to be in this galaxy at this time period, so that something far worse doesn't happen to the universe. Like, it's that serious, you know what I'm saying? But could Ezra eventually save them, or, you know, Ahsoka and Sabine end up getting back to the main galaxy? Absolutely, at some point. Dave Filoni talked about recently how he doesn't really like to kill off characters either, because to him, like, there's still more story to tell, and he always finds a way to tell some incredible stories with them. And with these characters in particular, though, I think there is more story to tell. Whatever his movie ends up being in the long run, I do expect all of these characters to have to unite together to stop some gigantic threat, whether it is Thrawn or the mother, or, you know, Baylan and whatever power he ends up finding from the Mortis gods. I think there's definitely something to be said for that, though. But yeah, could he end up saving them with a Purgle at some point? Maybe. I don't know if they're going to be able to call any Purgle there. Like, it seems like they're pretty much stranded in Peridia for the time being. And I kind of saw it coming, and it was like, damn, even when it happened, I was like, no, like, oh. But also, the stories that are about to come out of this are about to be fire. Captain Rex says, General Mace Windu. Hello there. Mortis, Mortis, Mortis. Let's go. Dude, so fire. So fire. That last scene was amazing. General Grievous says Filoni was cooking. He's been cooking for a long time now. Oh, he's cooking. He's cooking indeed. For like 15 years he's been cooking. Ashhammer says, I can't even start pointing out amazing parts in the episode because I'll name every single scene. Yeah, I'll name every scene in the whole season if you really want me to. It's that good. No, for real though, Ashhammer, it was so damn good. And feel free, dude. Go ahead, let me know what your favorite parts were down in the comments below, everybody. So sad it's over, says Ashhammer, but is it? Like Sabine said there at the end. Did I? Is it? Yeah. I think there's way more to the story. It's over for now. We're definitely going to be in a little bit of a Star Wars hiatus over the next couple of months, leading to whatever is next. Eventually, Skeleton Crew, or hopefully Bad Batch, or Tales of the Jedi Season 2. Because I'm definitely looking forward to those. I know Andor Season 2 is going to be coming out eventually with the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes that were ongoing for quite a long time, and SAG-AFTRA is still ongoing. That show is still in hiatus at the moment, but there's a lot of stuff to look forward to for sure within the Star Wars universe, and the building that they're doing with Hu Yang and the new galaxy, the Night Sisters, like the amount of world building and galaxy universe building that Dave did in this show. It's so damn good, man. It brings so much more to Star Wars and so many future stories to be told, which is the way to do it. Darth Cat says in the chat, Mara Jade and Tari Vela win. I think, honestly, I like what you guys were saying in the chat at the beginning of the stream. Shin kind of feels like the Mara Jade of this story in a way. I know she joined up with the Raiders and everything, which in a way that's just like Mara Jade's storyline. If you guys have read the Heir to the Empire trilogy, I haven't read the whole trilogy either. I will say that I'm on the second book. But in the first book, Mara Jade is introduced to us as like a raider kind of person, or as a scavenger with like a crew kind of thing. It totally fits with Shin being kind of the Mara Jade character. That would be sick. That would be sick. Shin ends up with Luke. Rick did a great job directing this. He really did, man. Shout out to Rick Famuyiwa. An excellent final episode here, and he did a great job directing this one along with the entire cast and crew. It was fantastic. Brandon Alvarado says, I'm so excited for Skeleton Crew and Mando Season 4 after watching the Ahsoka series. Me freaking too, man. I'm definitely hyped for it. You already know I'm looking forward to all the Star Wars projects in the future, but shows like this make you definitely look forward to the next ones that are coming out, right? Yeah, Rick definitely did an amazing job. You could say that again. Rick is probably the best Star Wars director right now. He's directed some heat, dude. I mean, that right off the bat, the one that sticks out to me is the Bill Burr episode where Bill Burr just shoots that dude in the face. Like, Rick did an incredible job directing that episode. Sheev, what if Thrawn arrives on Hoth system, says Michael Cole. Travel in the Darkhold Castle. Say what? Now you're mixing Marvel with it? No, it looked like he was going to Dathomir, to be honest. It looked like that's where his ship, the Chimera, ended up. Don Clouderman in the chat says, I'm dapped over the title homage to C.S. Lewis, right? That was epic. That was freaking epic. I was literally thinking The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Like, when I read the thing, I'm like, what the heck? And it's, you know, the Jedi, the Witch, and the Warlord. It's fantastic. It totally felt like some, like, you know, Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe type stuff a little bit, too. I love how much Dave is drawn from other media for his show, and like the inspiration for where he's going with the stories at times too. It's amazing. It's a lot of what George Lucas did back in the day with the stuff that inspired him in a way too, and I love it, man. I freaking love it. I love how much like Tolkien references, the Fates, having all that kind of stuff. Like, it's so like Dave Filoni in a way. You know what I mean? It's right there for you. His action scenes are so good, says Tim. Yeah, dude, Rick's action sequences are sick. I love that scene with Sabine, Ezra, and Ahsoka all with their sabers fighting the undead zombies and everything. It was dope. It was so sick. Not as mind-blowing as Mando Season 2, and 8 out of 10 for me, says Star Wars Politics. Season 2 finale of Mando was insane. Still waiting for that high again. I feel like this show definitely had its points, man. That Clone Wars scene was epic earlier in the show, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. This might be one of the best seasons of Star Wars ever. Captain Rex says, Ahsoka Season 2 coming on Disney Plus. Please. We need it. I need it. I need more. I really wonder if Thrawn realizes, like, laugh my ass off. Like, bro, your whole team is dead. All his dead homies are rooting for him, though, fam. He's got the dead homies on his, you know, the dead homies got his back. Jason falls to the dark side. No, Darth Cat, I hope not. Jason Solo, cough, cough. That definitely would fit with the Heir to the Empire trilogy. Sheesh. I hope not. Really expected Shin to just, sorry, what was that? Slaughter that tribe of marauders. Mirroring Anakin killing the Tusken. She's just like, you killed my mother, and they're all like, what the hell, who's your mom? Driving deep into the dark, says Ashima. Yes, really, yeah, right. She definitely had a turn there, though. I think it's because she got abandoned too. It made a lot of sense. Just Tarn, thank you for subscribing to the channel, my dude. For everybody in the chat, if you're new here, I appreciate you all for checking out Vader's Lair here tonight. And I appreciate you for watching along with our watch parties. Let me know what you thought of the season of Ahsoka. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with more Star Wars content here on the channel and want to see more from Vader's Lair. I appreciate all you guys, and make sure to smash that like button as well to help support the channel and push us further through the YouTube algorithm. We are eligible for monetization again in 13 days, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, and we're going to try to pick up some content here. Even though the show is now over, there's still a lot of speculation to be had. I'm going to try to do some videos and everything and try to do some streaming here because, man, I enjoyed the hell out of seeing Anakin this season. I've been really wanting to get into some Battlefront 2 and maybe play along with the community and everything, or do some like hero v hero kind of stuff with the Anakin and everything, because Battlefront 2 is fire, man. It's been a minute since I played, and I keep seeing some like videos on my feeds and everything where I'm like, need to play some Battlefront 2 again. And I definitely think I should go through Jedi Survivor again too while we're in a little bit of a hiatus. I love and appreciate all you guys that support Vader's Lair, man. It has been an absolute blast of a season. I've enjoyed the hell out of covering this show with you guys. I can't wait for the next Star Wars show, whatever that one may be. Skeleton Crew is supposed to be the next thing coming out at the end of the year, and I feel like they definitely have some setup with it. You know what I mean? Like, even especially in the main galaxy now, with Thrawn being back, Dathomir being kind of a place they're going to, Skeleton Crew could definitely have a lot to do with Thrawn being back in the main galaxy. It's supposed to be set after Ahsoka, like in this same Mando timeline after Ahsoka, as far as I know. So it would make a lot of sense if they end up having to deal with some like Dathomirian, you know, zombies in Skeleton Crew. That would be pretty wild. You smash that like if you enjoyed the stream, dude. I'm really looking forward to that, though. I think Skeleton Crew is going to be a blast, especially if that ends up being the case. Darth Cat, thank you for subscribing to the channel, my dude. I appreciate the hell out of you and your support. Everybody in here that subscribed today, I appreciate you guys. This season's been a freaking blast, though, and that's what I'm saying. The Skeleton Crew, I definitely think is going to fall in the same vein. I could see Jason and and Ezra being a part of that show as well. And maybe even some of our favorite friends from Rebels and here in the Ahsoka show too. I'm excited to see more of the New Republic because they're absolutely idiotic. Like, the New Republic baffles me, man. They make me root for the Empire and root for Palpatine. You know, I'm like, come on, this can't be what's taking over from the Empire. Like, come on. Ashhammer says thought she'd be angry that she didn't win. She'd take all her anger out on them. Yeah, that would have been wild if we saw that from Shin. I don't think that's where her story's going. As dark as she was in this season, and as much as she wanted to just like kill Sabine, it seemed like. she got a new chance from Ahsoka, and after being kind of abandoned by Balin, because Balin totally left her. He's like, nah, go fight him yourself. You're set on that path. Like I got other fish to fry. I got some Mortis gods to go talk to. Go ahead and die if you want to. I'm sad that Morgan is dead when she just got really cool. Right, Tim? They definitely set her up, but she had to do the sacrifice play. She looked totally scared when she was getting that level up. It was like she knew what her fate would be in that moment. Brandon Alvarado, I definitely think Ezra is going to end up training Jason. There's like no way he won't. Not to mention he literally just got Jason's father's lightsaber little emitter. Like, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I can't wait to see it. Do you love it, Chief? I love it. I love it, man. I loved this entire season. It was more than I could have hoped for. It was a lot of things. It was wild how much I actually like kind of guessed right. Back in the beginning of the season, I was like, yo, I think that Sabine's family might have died in the Siege of Mandalore, or the Night of 1,000 Tears. Like, it's possible that happened, but that definitely happened between Rebels and now. And there was something that kind of led to a rift between Sabine and Ahsoka. Like, something had to have created this rift here. And I was right. Like, it was literally because in the Night of 1,000 Tears, Sabine's family died. And Ahsoka was afraid that Sabine might turn to the dark side because of that. And because if she did truly unlock her potential, she would turn to the dark side just like Anakin did. And that's kind of the transition that Ahsoka had to make in this season, which was so beautiful and so cool the way that Filoni did it. Because halfway through, we get the Anakin stuff, and Anakin's there to help Ahsoka go through the trauma. And he's like, look, I was more than just the dark side, though. I was your master at one point. I was truly an amazing and great friend. I was one of the best when it came to the Jedi. I was so much more than just Darth Vader, and you need to remember that, Ahsoka, because there was more to me than just that. And granted, I think in a way, the whole Clone Wars sequence back earlier in the season is exactly what kind of depicts what led to Anakin's fall. Like, they were literally throwing 19-year-old kids in there, like Anakin, to go train 16, 14-year-old kids like Ahsoka to go fight in a war. It was traumatizing for them. Like, the Jedi Order definitely wasn't doing things right. So, I mean, that kind of stuff is what led to Anakin falling to the dark side. And it's the same kind of thing that could have potentially led to Sabine falling. And Ahsoka let that fear get in the way of her training Sabine and get in the way of how she was training Sabine. Because she had that fear. She had that fear that she was going to fall to the dark side just like Anakin did. And that's kind of the process here of her becoming Ahsoka the White and having Anakin talk to her and be like, yeah, there's hope for you yet with this training stuff and with this whole dark side and choosing life. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing too, is like, Sabine was out there trying to save her friend, which is really the most Jedi thing you can do, is saving people. And yeah, you probably save a lot of people if you keep Thrawn from getting back to the main galaxy too, but you can save everybody, you know what I mean? You could save Ezra and still save the entire galaxy from Thrawn down the line, or put Ezra in a position to do so like they did. And I think the thing with Sabine and Ahsoka here is the two of them are started to learn again to trust in the Force fully. And that's what we see here with Ahsoka the White, starting with her just hopping in the Purgle mouth and going, I have no idea if they're going to take us to where we need to go, but let's do it. She's like, better than just sitting here. We're like, let's trust in the Force. And now she's, they're stranded on this new planet, in this new galaxy that they really don't know anything about. And they're fully trusting in the Force again, and it's freaking dope, man. It's so cool how this story was set up. I loved all of it too, Mike Porter. It was everything I could have freaking hoped for in this show and more. I got the fact they ended it with the Mortis gods too. Yes, like everything I could have hoped for. Hashtag season 2 indeed. Timothy says, bro, when Thrawn started talking to Ahsoka at the end, I was like, can't she just turn it off? I would have hung up on him. Me too. I was thinking the same thing, but there was a reason why they had it. It was because he was saying, you did good, but not good enough, sucker. Peace. Mike the Popcorn Porter says, okay, Sheev, Josh loved the finale. He gave it an 8.5. Oh my god, I loved it. The Star Wars fandom will be the Star Wars fandom. Don't listen to the talking heads out there, man. I freaking loved it. I hope that you guys did too, man. And that's really the thing here, is like, create your own stories with it and create your own experience with it. You know what I mean? Like, Star Wars is for everyone, and don't let anybody ruin your enjoyment of it. That's truly the message I'm trying to send here, man. I freaking love this stuff. It's it really does give you life lessons in a way, and I just, you know, it means a lot to me. I love this freaking stuff, man. Alright, y'all, let me see what else y'all are saying in the chat. If you guys have any last thoughts or questions you want to throw in, make sure to do so. Absolute fire this episode was indeed. Some of the Star Wars Politics says, I loved it, don't get me wrong, I just didn't enjoy it. I will say there were some moments where, not that it felt like a fan film at all, but it felt like Dave Filoni was bringing his like fan film kind of ideas to life, sort of, which it totally works. I think everything he did was fantastic, but like, you could see the transition from live action, or from animation to live action in a way. It didn't take out from the show, and I think it was still fantastic. I think for this being Dave Filoni's first like major project that he's the sole writer and you know, guy behind for live action, I think it was fantastic, and I loved it, man. It felt so classically made, you know what I mean? It felt so George Lucas, like Kurosawa, like it felt like that. It felt like George, man. Much love, General Grievous. Hey, Timothy, I appreciate you. I appreciate the hell out of you, dude. You do so much for me out here and helping with the channel. I appreciate you, bro, with just all your support. I love you, brother. Star Wars Politics says, I'm being a troll. I love... We deserve anything and everything. Facts, my bro. Hey, much love, Star Wars Politics. When is Star Wars Bad Batch Season 3? The final season of Bad Batch, I don't know exactly when it's supposed to come out. It might be on hiatus itself with the strikes. Because guess what? Voice actors are actors. The SAG-AFTRA Strike affects them as well. This was totally epic. It really was. It really freaking was, Mike Popcorn Porter. It was incredible. RF Gaming Channel says, mentioned it during Santa's stream earlier. My brother passed away a year ago today. Biggest Star Wars fan there could be. My family binged the movies today. It makes me so happy the fandom was so focused on Star Wars tonight. Dude, rest in peace to your fam, and rest in peace to your brother. That is a very, very tough thing to go through, man. And I'm happy that you and your family got to watch Star Wars and binge it. And yeah, man, it makes me very happy to see kind of the state of Star Wars, even if there are people that bash it, and, you know, there's talking heads out there. There's people that will say anything and complain about everything, whether it's nails or whatever you want to complain about. You know what I mean? Like, there are people that will find something to complain about. And that's life for you at times, too. But there's so much good, man. There's so much good in this stuff. There's so many like life stories and lessons and true meaningful storytelling in Star Wars. And it's why it's just different, man. It hits different. Star Wars is just different. The storytelling in the family, the bond, the real life bonds that we create and friendships that we create through Star Wars, it really is transcendent in its own way. And it's why all of us are here talking about the finale of Ahsoka right now. You know what I mean? The initial Star Wars came out over 40 years ago, y'all. Like, you know, it came out forever ago. Like, it's still here, man, and it's still awesome as hell. It really does connect us in a way. It is sort of like the Force. It bonds us. It connects us. It's awesome. I love Star Wars. Facts though. Star Wars is for everybody. Don't listen to them. Facts. It's all love here though, for sure. I love y'all. I love everybody in the chat. I love Star Wars, man. This was such a damn good season. It's such damn good Star Wars. I'm so looking forward to the continuation of this story someday, whenever that may be, and we can all come back to this and watch and be like, it's here. You know what I mean? But for the time being, this has been an incredible ride for the first season of Ahsoka. I think there is so much story that's been set up already through the first 3 seasons of Mandalorian, this season of Ahsoka, like what's going on with the Book of Boba Fett or whatever. But there's a lot of stuff in this timeline and stuff during this timeline that's bringing a lot of cool Star Wars stories to light and to life. And we're really getting our own kind of heir to the Empire now in canon, man. And that's amazing. On the bright side, though, the other thing with the main galaxy and what could be going on with Thrawn and all of them, it's not just Ezra in the main galaxy. Let's remember, we got Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Leia Organa, Ben Solo's out there too. Like, there's some pretty cool characters in the main galaxy still at this time too. So who knows if we might end up seeing them at some point. Boba Fett, Mando, all of them. They might end up having to fight off this Thrawn threat, and that would be such a cool and badass thing to see them having to join up together and work together to defeat Thrawn and the remnants of the Empire and kind of protect the New Republic in a way. That would be amazing, man. And hey, even if Ahsoka and Sabine aren't like main characters, potentially because they're stuck out in this new galaxy, I think the Mando movie or the Mandoverse movie could have, like, again, Luke Skywalker, Ezra Bridger teaching Jason Syndulla or like Hera in there and the New Republic, and having them fight off against Thrawn, and that would be dope. It's crazy we didn't get Zeb at all. I know, but it's partially because we were in a new galaxy, so it makes sense. And you can definitely bet that in that Star Wars movie we're talking about right now, there will be some sort of meeting, or, you know, we're gonna see Ezra and and our best friend Zeb back together again. That's got to be the movie, right? That's definitely got to be the movie, Mike Porter. That would be so cool, too. And then it could even set up Ahsoka Season 2, which would be, yes, that would be so cool. Gotta save the full reunion for Season 2, Tim. Maybe. Alright, y'all. I appreciate everybody for being here and watching along with us. We're going to get out of here. But I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Tano Tuesday, the final one for Season 1. Whenever Season 2 comes back, you already know the Tano Tuesdays are going to pop back up. We're going to be enjoying the hell out of the show. Loki is the next thing coming up on Disney+. So for those of you that are big Marvel fans like myself, definitely looking forward to that as well. When is the movie, says Star Wars Politics? So we don't have a concrete date. But there are 3 Star Wars movies that are currently being worked on in some capacity, and one of them is the Dave Filoni Mandoverse movie. I believe 2025. No, not 25. Is it 25? Is it really 2 years from now? It could be as soon as 2025 and 2026 that we start getting these movies, if I remember correctly. So in the next 2 to 3 years, we could get this Dave Filoni movie that could be setting up a lot of stuff, or continuing the story of Thrawn's return, which I think Skeleton Crew is definitely going to have to do with some of that stuff, and with some of the zombies that are now in the main universe. Alright, y'all. I appreciate everybody for hanging with us, though, and for following along with us on our Ahsoka journey here through Season 1 of the show. It's going to be fun to watch this back and watch these streams back from Season 1 with you guys down the line at some point. But I appreciate you all for being here. It has been such a freaking awesome ride, man. Since the beginning of the channel, I've been looking forward to the show, and it definitely hit and met the expectations that I guess I had for it, but not really. It's just, I'm here for the ride, and that was hell of a ride, man. I appreciate y'all, though. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you all for hanging out with us. I'll see you in the next one, and may the Force be with you always. Peace, y'all. That was so good. This show is so damn good. I'm gonna watch the whole thing over again. We're gonna have to talk about it soon. Can't wait for the rest.